Hello, my lovely viewers. It's a beautiful day again today, and I'm happy to be here with you. I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to this year 2026. This is January, and I want to thank you also for staying through with us and for joining us again in this segment of our book reading from my book called Pain to Profit. And today we're going to be reading from chapter 6. I want to take the opportunity also to thank you for your patience and also to encourage you to like and subscribe to this channel, and with that you'll be supporting the project, and also to have more informative articles. So without wasting much time, I like to let you know that in this chapter, we're going to be talking about marriage and family life. I say you must stay strong to keep your marriage and your family. Here, we'll be discussing as we are reading how to maintain a peaceful and a successful family, and how we can also improve our marriage and make it more successful for the both couples that are involved. So, without wasting much time, let's go to the reading. Chapter 6, Marriage and Family. There is no such thing as a perfect marriage or ready-made marriage. Marriage is always hard work that you must volunteer yourself to work daily on it. If you choose to become married, whether you are a man or woman, you must make yourself available to work on your marriage every day. Marriage is like a car that needs proper and constant maintenance and servicing. And if this is not done, it will break down somewhere, exposing the owner to danger or some unhealthy circumstances. So, if God has blessed you with a happy marriage, I would advise you, don't be careless with it. You must know that God will not give you a complete person as you may desire, but He will give you the person in the form of a raw material in order for you to mold the person into that which you desire. This can only be achieved through prayers, love, patience, and endurance. Permit me to say that getting married is like taking a huge risk, because you cannot predict what will happen in the nearest future. That is the reason why I would like to encourage you to tolerate, to be prepared for adjustments if necessary, because situations may change anytime. For example, the husband or the wife could lose a good job. There could be some kind of financial losses. There could be loss of a loved one, the death of a child, or even the couples may not be able to have children. So you see, these are challenges that comes in marriage, but the two people involved must be ready to work together so that they can go through these challenges and make their marriage stand. All these are the reasons why you must be prayerful. Otherwise, you might get divorced You should know that marriage is not just a contract. It is permanent. It needs total commitment. So, real and true love is the glue that stick the couples together. Remember that divorce starts in the mind, and the devil feeds the mind with this idea of divorce, that negative thoughts. So I would say that you should never entertain any thoughts of getting divorced. Don't even make a joke about it with your partner. Don't think about it. And don't ever threaten your spouse or your partner with the option of divorce. You must choose to remain married because that is what God wants for us. Even our Heavenly Father, God Almighty, does not support divorce. Everyone you marry has a weakness, you must know. It is only God that does not have a weakness, that is perfect. So, if you focus on the weaknesses of your spouse, you can never get the best out of his or her strength. It is true that everyone has a dark history. No one is an angel. So, when you get married, or you want to get married, stop dwelling on the past of your spouse or your partner. What is most important, or what matters, is the present life of your partner. Old things have passed away. You must learn to forgive and forget and focus on the present and on the future. You should know that every marriage has its own challenges, because marriage is not a bed of roses. Every good marriage has gone through their own difficult times. It has gone through a test of blazing fire. True love proves itself in times of challenges. Therefore, you must fight for your marriage. Make up your mind to stay with your spouse. In times of need, you must remember the vow, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health. You must be ready to be there. You must know that every marriage has different levels of success. So don't compare your marriage with anyone else. In this journey of life, we can never move at the same speed. Some will be far ahead of you, while some will be far behind you. But you cannot be on the same speed at all times. You must understand this, because there are different challenges for everybody. Therefore, to avoid the stress of marriage, you must be patient. You must work hard and stay strong to keep your marriage and family. Then, with time, as time goes on, all your dreams, your wishes, your desires for a good, happy, and successful married life will come true. You see, I used to say that to get married is like declaring war. You know, yes, I mean that when you get married, you must put it in your mind to say that you declare a war against the enemies of marriage. And some enemies of marriage are, well, number one, ignorance, prayerlessness. Every couple needs to be prayerful, because they used to say that a family that prays together stays together. So you would see that prayer also, it's a foundation for a happy and healthy married life. Another enemy of a good marriage is unforgiveness. When the two parties have that unforgiving spirit, that marriage cannot work. There can never be peace in the family. So unforgiveness is another enemy of marriage. Then, thirdly, we have third-party influence. That is, for example, when the two couples, they have a problem, and they start to take this issue out to family, friends, relatives, neighbors, and everybody. And then they begin to judge their relationship by the ideas of what any third party has said or what anybody has said outside. In my own opinion, this is wrong. So that is why I say that third party influence is also an enemy of marriage. Then also we have stinginess. Stinginess is an enemy of marriage in the sense that as long as there is love, there should be that spirit of giving and sharing, because sharing is caring, sharing is love, you see. So you must not be stingy for your partner, and the same thing for your partner to you. There must be that free mind of giving. So stinginess is an enemy of marriage. Another enemy of marriage is stubbornness. Stubbornness is another big problem for couples these days, because you see that some couples are too egoistic. They do not want to accept their faults or errors because of pride and ego. They become stubborn. They want to do everything the way they think it must be done according to their opinion. But this is not right. We must learn to be flexible so that it can work. Sometimes we need to look at it from the other person's perspective. In this way, we can understand better. You see? So, another enemy of marriage is lack of love. Of course, love should be the primary foundation of every relationship, every marriage, every family. So when there is no love in the family, in the relationship between two couples, there is no need for the relationship to stay, because there is no foundation. So in a family, it is expected that the love should be very much visible among them, starting from the father and the mother. They must be able to create that love. So, like I was saying, talking about the enemies of marriage, and lastly we talk about the lack of love. I think that the foundation for a happy marriage starts with building love. Now, having said that, the next enemy of marriage that I would like us to look at is rudeness. When couples are being rude to each other, that is a big red flag and a big enemy of marriage. It is something that should be checked. Couples must learn to respect themselves from the beginning of their relationship, because that is how to keep a healthy marriage. And the next one is laziness. Laziness is also an enemy of marriage. In my own opinion, what needs to be done at the right time needs to be done at the right time. There's no need for procrastination. There's no need for mediocrity. There's no need for saying, oh, I will do it later, I will do it tomorrow, I have some time. No. Those are elements of laziness, and that is another enemy of marriage. The next I would like to talk about is disrespect. This is another very serious thing in a relationship. Respect is very, very important. The man and the woman must learn to respect themselves, because if they begin to have children in the family, the way the man and the woman have maintained that respect between them is the same thing the children will learn, and that is what they will grow up with. So respect is very, very important, and because we know that respect is reciprocal, it is important that that respect should be practiced as a daily family life. So a very, very big enemy of a happy and peaceful marriage is disrespect. That is an enemy of marriage. Then, one very important one enemy of marriage is cheating. The two couples must learn to be faithful, to stay together, to be honest, to be faithful to each other, because cheating is the most dangerous thing that anyone could do in their marriage. It destroys the marriage. It creates a lot of pain, heartbreaks, drama, mistrust. It's the biggest mistake people make when it comes to marriage. Although nobody is above mistakes, but we have to be very careful. And there are many, many more like this. But these little that I have outlined should rest in our brain and help us to guide our everyday activities if we are really sincere that we want to have a happy and peaceful marriage. So, you must be ready to fight to maintain your peace and happiness in your marriage zone. You must know that no marriage is perfect. And no matter who you marry in life, at some point you will question it, because sometimes relationship can be challenging, and this is normal, although. But the truth is that in the difficult times or in the disappointing moments, you are not unhappy because of the person that you picked. You're not unhappy like you think you picked the wrong person. No, you are unhappy because you will realize that nobody is perfect. You are unhappy because of the imperfection of that person that you have loved and trusted. You see? So, it is the fact that nobody is perfect that makes you really disappointed. But we should understand that this is life. This is life. And in marriage, we must learn to grow up to this maturity and realization. For example, the man with money might not have time for you as a woman, and the man with plenty of time may not have money for you. The romantic guy might seem fake, and the loyal guy might feel too boring. The charming guy might flirt with everyone, and the honest one might be too serious. You should know that whoever you choose in life to be with, there will always be something missing in them, because they are not perfect. But this is not a negative thing. It's just the reality of life, a real fact about life. You see, marriage is not about finding someone that is perfect. It is about choosing to stay even when the person that you choose to be with is imperfect. It is about choosing to stay with that person even when things get hard, and messy and challenging. It is your decision to stay even when the relationship becomes really unpleasant and boring. Love in marriage doesn't last because of the beautiful moments alone or the sweet and pleasurable times that marriage brings. No, it doesn't last only because of that. Marriage lasts because of some small choices that we make every day. And these choices, for example, is choosing to be kind to your partner and your family, even when you are angry. This is a choice that you make. You choose to still be nice to your partner even when you are annoyed. Another example is choosing to stay even when it is easier to walk away, especially in the moment of misunderstanding and disagreements. You still choose to stay instead of walking away. Even though it was easier for you to walk away, you choose to stay. But I will tell you that choosing to stay is the best choice, because sometimes these times of misunderstanding, challenges, they will pass. But the choices you have made at that time is what now define your future, how it will be. So if you want to retain your marriage, you must choose to stay, because when you walk away, your marriage is broken. Okay? So these are things we should understand about marriage. We should know that a good marriage doesn't just happen. They are built by becoming the right person for each other and making more effort to love each other again and again. This is how you build a good marriage. So, to keep a good and healthy relationship with your partner, you must build trust. You must be honest. And you must be faithful. You must learn to communicate. You must learn to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly things of life. You must learn to leave the past to the past. You must learn to be there for one another. You must learn to make time for one another. You should also know that arguments can come up anytime in marriage, and this is normal. Arguments are normal in marriage, and you should know that you will not always be happy. Even though you want a happy marriage, you will not always be happy, because it is sometimes sweet and it is sometimes unpleasant. So don't expect too much, or don't expect too much changes, you see. But the most important thing is that both couples must endeavor to become best friends and appreciate each other in their perfection and in their imperfection. They must learn to keep that friendship, that spirit of friendship alive, because that is one thing that brings about the closeness between both of them. And above all, you must learn to love each other unconditionally. As a couple, you must love each other unconditionally, and also learn to give your partner private moments, because this is important. Private moments, you must give private moments to each other for reasoning, for meditation, for self-reflections. You must respect each other, because two lovers need to work hard to help themselves to grow, to make a successful relationship. Not only one of them to do the work, but it must be the two of them. You see, peace in marriage is not the absence of fight or disagreement or misunderstanding. No. Peace in marriage is the presence of maturity during the time of that fight or misunderstanding or disagreement. The maturity in those fights is what brings about the peace. The way you both handle disagreement now is the same way you both will handle betrayal, disappointment, and any misunderstanding later in the future. Now, men, let me tell you something. A woman who can disagree without disrespecting her man is a woman who can be trusted to stay true in time of storms and challenges. I must tell you the truth. Marriage is not a casual decision. It is a destiny decision, and you cannot afford to be led by your feelings alone. You must be reasonable. You need clarity, compatibility, and good character. Now, everybody must understand that before you marry him or her, you must know their purpose. You must be clear with their purpose of life. You must understand their principles and align with your partner's value. And also, it is important that you test the person's conflict resolution ability. How does this person react to challenges, problems, or difficulties? Is this person someone you can say would handle crisis with wisdom, or will create more crisis out of crisis? Is it someone that loves to make problem or loves to make peace? So you must check your partner's conflict resolution ability, because this is very important for your future also. And you must be sure to respect the choices of each other and opinions of each other, because love is not enough when life gets hard and real. When the challenges of life comes, our love is not enough. There you must use your brains. You must be reasonable. It takes more than feelings. It takes faith, friendship, forgiveness, and foundation to build love and a very good relationship. So I will tell you, men, when you find a woman who is not only beautiful on the outside, but she is also beautiful on the inside, she is also balanced in her mind, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, she's balanced. I tell you, God has blessed you. You must love her. You must lead her. You must make her your wife, and you must never treat her bad, and you must never let her go, because you may never find any kind of woman like that in your life again. Now, you must know that if two people are happy, or if two happy people meet, then there can be something wonderful happening between them. It is not about one person trying to squeeze love or attention out of the other person. It is not about squeezing out something from somebody. It is not about trying for the other person to squeeze out happiness from you, or because you made the relationship therefore you need it so badly. No, it is not about all that. You must know that if you understand and you are always grateful for the fact that there is somebody that is supporting you in everything you do, you will learn to appreciate this person and handle your relationship very well. You won't make a mess out of it. But when you start to think that the other person needs you, then you are making a mistake. Then you will start messing things up. You start making a mistake out of your relationship. So I would advise you, don't make a mess out of your relationship. Try as much as you can not to make mistakes that will damage your relationship. If you understand this and appreciate the person, and the other person understand that also they need it too, like this, then that will bring about a very blissful union between the two couples. You see, trust me, I must tell you something. No human being is going to be 100% perfect as you expect them to be, or as you want them to be. Every human being you meet on this planet Earth will disappoint you at a certain time in one way or the other. Not because they want to do you wrong or make you feel bad, but because they cannot really meet up with the unrealistic expectations you have created about them. It is simply impossible for them to meet up with it. Think about this, let me tell you. Have you ever been able to meet up with anyone's expectation in your life? Have you ever been able to meet up 100% with anyone's expectation in your life? No, it is not possible, because no matter how hard you try, no matter how you try to do your best for people, there will always be an error. You can never be 100% appreciated. So this is normal about life. We must understand this. Maybe you can meet up partially, but to meet up with anyone's expectation of you 100% is not possible, because this is human nature. Even the great and powerful men in our society today, they still have their wives complaining at home for one reason or the other. Meanwhile, other people elsewhere are worshiping them. You see? So, because of this, I would like to leave you with some golden rules about a husband and wife relationship. So, here are 15 golden rules of a husband and wife relationship. Number 1, keep your conversations private. Don't share them with anyone else or any third party. You must learn to keep your conversations private. What is between you and your spouse should stay between you and your spouse, no third party, because only two of you can make it work out. Number 2, you must stay as best friends no matter what happens between both of you. You must keep that spirit of friendship alive, that first attraction, that first emotions you felt, that spirit of sympathy that you felt for this person. You must keep it alive. You must stay as best friends. In that way, you people can solve any problem and resolve any conflict together peacefully. Number 3, speak with love and never raise your voice at each other, because some people regard it as disrespect, but I would say it is aggressive to raise your voice at your partner. It is not a sign of respect or love. Number 4, fulfill each other's physical and emotional needs with trust, tender love, and care. When your partner is emotionally down or needs some attention, you should be reasonable enough to know that, at that moment your partner needs some support, and then it is expected of you to give them that support, because that is why you are there for them. Give them that tender love and care that they deserve. Number 5, let go of minor disagreements that are not worth the time, the strains, and the troubles. Number 7, protect your relationship's privacy. Outsiders do not need to know everything happening in your relationship. Number 8, support each other in tough and difficult times, whether in illness, whether in financial struggles, or in emotional difficulties. You must learn to support each other, to stay by each other, to stick together. Number 9, appreciate each other's efforts, no matter how small. You must appreciate whatever your partner does for you. You must appreciate that. Maybe that is what they are able to do for you at that moment. Do not complain that it is not enough. You must appreciate it, because for him or her to do it for you on their own side, it was not easy. So you must appreciate every little effort from your partner. Number 10, communicate openly and honestly about everything without having any fears. Number 11, make time for each other, no matter how busy life gets. Number 12, respect the different opinion. Even when you don't agree, you must respect your partner's opinion. What they think, okay, it's their personal opinion. You must respect that. You see? Number 13, encourage each other's dreams and personal growth. In this way, you are not growing alone, you are growing together, because you are there for each other. And number 14, which is very important, we must learn to apologize sincerely to our partner. When you are wrong, don't feel too proud. Don't have this kind of ego inside of you. Be humble enough to accept your errors and apologize to your partner. And also, when your partner apologizes to you, you must learn to forgive also. So it is in both ways. Apologize sincerely when you are wrong, and forgive wholeheartedly when your partner apologizes to you. And number 15, which is the last, you must leave every past mistake in the past and never use them as a weapon against your partner in the time of argument or misunderstanding. You see, you must let go of the past, because bringing back those events of the past and using them as a weapon against your partner is like picking up old wounds, picking up old wounds, and that can never make any relationship healthy. So we should learn to let go of the past, leave the past in the past. Finally, I want you, my dear readers, to know that every marriage has a price to pay. It is like a bank account. So it is what you deposit inside it that you will withdraw out of it. So if you deposit love, peace, kindness, and care into your marriage, I tell you, be sure that you are a candidate for a blissful and a happy and peaceful home, a happy and peaceful family, because what you give is what you get in return. In marriage, daily, we are called to stand as a living sacrifice to our family, our loved ones, our friends and relatives. So, I want to urge you all, my beautiful and lovely viewers, to stay strong. For those of you that are married, stay strong to keep your marriage and your family. For those of you that are coming, hoping to get married soon, I wish you all the best, and I hope that you have learned a lot from this. I would leave you with this last word to let you know that action speaks louder than words, but words without work is not enough. You see, so you must put some work to your words, not only to talk. You must be strong. You must be smart. You must live an honorable life. So, I want to thank you again as we have come to the end of this chapter. I thank you for your time and your patience, and I wish you all the best. I hope that you have learned something from us so far. I want to remind you again not to forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us through on the next video. I hope to see you, and as we prepare for more inspirational lectures for you. Remain blessed and peace. I love you all.